So, you're probably wondering, just like I am, why are we here? I'm gonna tell you why. Hi, I'm Joe, spelled like job. So, we're here today to answer a really common question I keep getting asked, and I figured that I might answer it myself. Is your boy still disabled? That's right, we're gonna answer that question today. So, what's going on right now? Well, you see, your boy just graduated from college. And like most people that have a degree, we kind of just... Yeah, just kind of playing around with some new ideas. Something I noticed is I work really hard on some content, and they don't get a lot of views. Do you guys just not care about my music? It's okay, I don't care. But what I do notice is that my funny videos get a little more recognition than some of my other videos that I've made. So, as all of you know, I have and a lot of people are surprised, like genuinely surprised, and it makes me feel happy because I feel less dumb, I guess you may say. When you have like a disability like autism, you really feel like you stand out from others, but not in a good way. So I feel really special, but at the same time, with all these people being so surprised that I have autism, I thought I'd just give it a shot and be like, okay, well, you know, the internet's a thing. There's a lot of quizzes that you could take. Let's take a quiz. Let's see where I'm at. Let's find out if your boy is still disabled. The most convenient way is Google a test on if I have autism. Alright. Let's see how long this takes for me to find a reliable source. Oh wow, actually it didn't take long. This looks reliable. Online test for adult autism. Let's do this.
Do it.
I prefer to do things on my own rather than with others. Yeah, definitely agree. I don't like asking for help. I've been doing most of my stuff alone, so, you know, why stop? I prefer doing things the same way, for instance, my morning routine or trip to the supermarket. I'm glad that they specified. It's not that I like it the same way, but I like to keep my schedule consistent, and I get really upset if my schedule shifts like out of the blue and things don't go the way I have them planned accordingly. That's how organized I like to be with my schedule. So, I'd say definitely agree. Let's see. I find myself becoming strongly absorbed in something, even obsessional. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
You can ask my parents this, but I perseverate on, like, I used to even perseverate a lot as a kid. I still perseverate every once in a while, but it was really bad when I was a kid. I perseverated over a General Grievous Starfighter Lego set for Lord knows how long, but yeah, it was really bad. I am very sensitive to noise and will wear earplugs or cover my ears in certain situations. I like to say I'm the polar opposite because I'm a musician, so I listen to loud noises all the time. I like to say I'm like the loudest person in my family. I can be sensitive to noise because my perfect pitch hearing is getting so accurate. Like, I can pick up hearing frequencies of certain things. So like when lights turn on, I can hear what frequency they're played at. And sometimes it's people say perfect pitch hearing is great, but sometimes it's a curse. I kid you not. So, definitely disagree. Sometimes people say I'm being rude even though I'm being polite.
Oh my gosh.
Yes! That, I can't tell you how many times this has happened to me. Like, how many friends I've lost because of this. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. I have so many bad stories. I feel bad for, like, the people that I have, like, said stupid or, like, just rude things to that I didn't mean to, but it came off that way. So, I find it easy to imagine what characters from a book might look like. Yes, I have a big imagination. It's very easy for me to like just picture something. Let's see, I find it easy to talk in groups of people. This question's sort of vague. For me, it depends. One of the things for me is I have a hard time like knowing when I can include my voice in a big conversation. Because one of the hard things for me is knowing when to barge into a conversation. Because, you know, and going back to the rude thing, sometimes it comes off as me being rude and interrupting, like very, like... Sorry, I just heard some really weird noises.
Please send help.
I'm gonna have to go with slightly disagree, just because I don't know when to include myself in conversations. I am more interested in finding out about things than people. Oh yeah, by a landslide. Humans, pfft, they're disgusting creatures. I find numbers, dates, and strings of information fascinating. Kinda tying to the last one. I find, like, I gather information. I like to gather as much information as I can. I like getting to know that kind of stuff. It's cool to me. I geek out to it all the time. I prefer non-fiction books and films to fiction. I actually kind of have to disagree with this one. Like, I love, like, true-based stories and stuff like that, but I am a huge sci-fi geek. But that doesn't mean I don't completely not like nonfiction stuff. So I'm going to have to say slightly disagree. I find it upsetting if my daily routine is upset or changed. Like I said last time, yes, that is something that really bothers me. It's difficult for me to understand other people's facial expression and body language. Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one. Sometimes it can be tricky. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna have to say slightly disagree on that one. I don't have any problems making small talk with new people. Absolutely agree. I'm not a huge extrovert, but when I'm comfortable with my environment, I can be very outgoing. I notice very small changes in a person's appearance. I can't specifically name what it is that changed, but I could tell something has changed, so slightly agree. When I was young, I used to play lots of Let's Pretend. The autism is kicking in. Yes, definitely agree. I used to play that with my sisters all the time. It was crazy. Good times. I like collecting information about things I'm interested in. This is kind of a tie-in to the other two, but yes. It's interesting, because, like, I'm not a fan. I don't watch TV that much, but I can spend hours on YouTube just watching research and doing my research on, like, videos and tutorials and stuff. So, yes, definitely agree. I like meeting new people. Yes. People close to me say I talk about the same things repeatedly. Slightly agree. Like, I think I pick up on the fact that I can repeat things after I say them in person more than they will mention it to me, so slightly agree. I find it easy to work out what people are thinking or feeling just by looking at their facial expressions. This is kind of like the opposite of that last question. I don't even know if this is reliable. What is this? This is clinical partner. Okay, well, we'll go with this. We'll continue. I don't know. Like I said, I feel like I've gotten better at this. But there are times where it gets a little bit tricky, and I don't like to always jump to assumptions. So sometimes I need some clarification. I don't know. So I'll say slightly agree. New social situations make me feel anxious. Slightly disagree. Depends on the social situation. I got really anxious when I first entered college, and I had to take care of some people that were drunk, and I didn't know how to handle that. It was kind of nerve-wracking, but I don't know. That's just an example. But most of the time, I'm pretty good with getting into new social situations. So, slightly disagree. It's important to me to carefully plan any activities I'm going to do. Yes. I find it hard to work out what people's intentions are. There's some really complicating people out there that I don't know. They're really hard to figure out, but I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. So, I'm gonna have to say slightly agree. I would find it really hard to play imaginary games with children. Like I said, I have a wild imagination. I mean, with how creative I get with my music and stuff, I think I could do pretty well with that kind of stuff. So I'll say slightly. I am a good diplomat and can help ease difficult social or work situations. I don't know, even in times when I don't feel like I'm doing that good to ease a situation, like I have witnesses in that situation, they'll be like, dude, you did a really good job at that. I'd be like, really? So I'll have to say definitely agree. I am often the last person to understand a joke. I'm gonna opt out on this one. It depends on how bad the joke is, honestly. So, slightly agree. I like doing things spontaneously. I mean, considering that I'm making all this content in such a variety, I could probably agree to that, so.
Definitely agree.
If I am interrupted doing something, I find it hard to get back to what I was doing beforehand. I feel like this isn't an autism thing. I think this is just a human thing. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know. Depends on the task. But I will say, because I also have ADHD, it certainly doesn't help that I can easily get myself distracted sometimes. So I slightly agree. I notice patterns in things all the time.
Oh my gosh.
That's actually accurate. I pick up like on really small things. So you know how people get like deja vu moments? I get quite a few of those, but in like different situations, which are really hard to explain, and I'm not going to explain in this video unless you want me to, but I'm not going to do that because like I'm not going to torture you guys like that. So I have some very strong interests and get upset if I can't pursue them. Absolutely. That's kind of where I'm at right now, to be quite honest. I'm very passionate in music. You all know this. And I'm having a really hard time trying to get me somewhere. So it's kind of upsetting me. So anyways, agree. I can tell if someone I am talking to is getting bored. Yes, definitely agree. Oh, okay. Yeah? Well, that answers the question. Let's see. So I am in the borderline indication of having autism. And there's a strong likelihood. So, I guess it's a yes? I guess that answers your question. So, yes, there you go. Hopefully you guys learned something new in that, and like the way I work things around, whether that has to do with like autism or whatnot. So anyways, yeah, so hopefully you guys like this video. Again, if this gets enough likes and stuff, and you guys like more funny stuff like this, then I'll pursue on doing more of these until I actually find a job. But yeah, until then, stay safe, stay home, have fun in quarantine, even though it's driving us insane. Bye.